Hi guys. Hello everyone. Welcome to this session. This is Top 25 Reading Comprehensions for CAT 2025 RC number 8. My name is Abhilasha and here we are together again. Every Friday we meet and we do this session where I bring to you one reading comprehension passage, something we create and we solve questions together. And it's a lot of fun. I hope you are able to see me. I'm audible and visible. You are able to see me and hear me. Both of these are essential, right? Also, if you can, then can you do the next best thing, which is, of course, as you already know, to hit the like button. Also, to share the session with your friends, those who are joining in, those who like joining in, those who don't like joining in, also tell them about it. Also, I hope you have already subscribed, because of course if you don't subscribe, then how are we going to chat, right? Because subscription is essential for our commenting in our chat box and such like things. So therefore I hope all of you have already joined in, guys. CAT 2025 is just 5 months now. It is already July, August, September, October, November. 5 months. 30th of November will be CAT. ZAT has already put out its notification, so we are already at the cusp of great things. I hope by now you've already started writing your mocks and doing your preparations in all earnestness. That means in full seriousness. If you haven't yet done it, it's now time for you to do it, guys. It's very important and very urgent that we do make sure that we're doing our preparation. By the way, I hope you've already finished your vocabulary. You have done a bit of vocabulary, and that now you're currently doing at least 2 RCs every day. I would prefer it if you did 3 to 4 RCs, but a minimum of 2 RCs and at least 8 VA questions together. This is something that you should be doing every single day. So 8 VA questions and 2 RCs. Make this a habit. Take 16 minutes for this and 8 minutes for this. That's a total of 24 minutes every single day. This should be your time and this should be the number of questions every single day. Make this a habit. We are doing, of course, the daily dose comes to you, but beyond the daily dose also you can do other things. You can practice. Daily dose, of course, is alternate Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have RCs, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays we have VA. So do make sure you're joining in. All right, let's get started, guys. I hope some of you have already joined in. Yes, wonderful. Some of you have. Let's start. Okay. So today I have not, last class, you remember, I did an experiment where I had put questions which were based on individual paragraphs. So we did one paragraph, we read it together, then we did the questions that were related to that. Today, it's not like that. So you have the entire paragraph, you will read it, and then we'll go to the questions and do the questions one by one. I'm trying to give you, the best of learnings in whatever way. So let's read this RC. Here it is, the quantum mechanics of entanglement. Very interesting read. I'm going to give you a minute to read this page, then we'll go to the next page. Okay. Here's your passage. What a lovely passage. It is talking about entanglement, that there is a quantum mechanics concept called quantum entanglement. Okay. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that deals with the behavior of matter and energy at very small scales. Now, entanglement is a situation where two particles, which could be photons or electrons, they are linked in such a way that their states are interdependent. Even though they're very far away, they could be light years apart, but they're connected. And the connection is so strong that if you measure the state of one particle, you know the state of the other also. That's interesting. Einstein calls this, or called this, spooky action at a distance. At that time, it would have been spooky. He was skeptical. Skeptical means he was not very sure, he was doubtful. But after that, we have confirmed it. In 64, John Bell created a theorem which would give you a test if this phenomena could be explained by classical physics. Now, those tests have repeatedly said that quantum mechanics view is correct, that entanglement is real, and that you cannot explain it by classical physics theories. So you have to depend on quantum mechanics theories. What a lovely passage and how interesting. Here's your second part of the passage. Read it and then I'll discuss it with you. Come on. All right. So here we say that entanglement has significant implications for different fields. For example, for quantum computing, quantum cryptography, there are many things. In quantum computing, entanglement allows you to create qubits. Now, qubits can exist in multiple states, unlike classical bits. So this may just revolutionize computing power. So you could execute complex calculations at speeds that are far beyond the capability of these conventional computers. Similarly, quantum cryptography uses the principles of entanglement to create secure communication channels, right? Which you will not be able to eavesdrop on. So your LinkedIn, your Telegram, which says no, you can hear, nobody can intercept or understand communication. WhatsApp, maybe they will use this. When an eavesdropper attempts to intercept an entangled quantum system, the system state is altered so the sender and receiver understand that there is a breach. But however says, okay, there's a problem also. Quantum entanglement also poses profound philosophical and theoretical challenges. So there are problems. You have to reconsider locality and causality, these issues. The idea that one thing can influence another thing instantly without any exchange of information. So then how do we understand space-time continuum as described by Einstein? So some physicists are saying that entanglement may say that there are hidden variables which we don't know. And if we have these hidden variables, then you need a better description of the universe. So this is an area of active debate. Very interesting. Here's your last part. Hi everyone, welcome all of you. So today we are talking of a passage related to entanglement, which is a quantum physics concept. Says that two particles may be connected even though they are very far away, that if you alter the state of one, the state of other is also altered. That's quantum physics. That's entanglement. Now, entanglement is not just a theoretical concept. It's been experimentally demonstrated in many setups, such as the double slit experiment, quantum teleportation, and in quantum networks where entanglement is used to transfer information over long distances. So even though there are practical successes, the full understanding of entanglement's implication for reality and its nature is very difficult to understand right now. It's elusive. As we continue to explore the quantum world, entanglement stands as a monumental reminder of the deep complexities that govern the universe at its most fundamental levels. So you have to understand what entanglement is at its most fundamental level. Very interesting passage, guys. All right. Which of these following statements about quantum entanglement are true except? So now understand, if they're saying which of these are true except, you're looking for the one that is false, right? Always remember, true plus except is going to be false. Please understand your CAT questions very well. One of the primary things here is that you should be able to understand what the question is asking you. If you don't understand what the question asks, then there is going to be a problem, right? If your interpretation is incorrect, then the answer will be incorrect. So even though you know everything, you're doing very well, but you will have problems, okay? So quantum entanglement allows particles to be interconnected such that the state of one immediately determines the state of other. Phenomena of quantum entanglement is explained fully by classical physics as suggested by Einstein's theories. Quantum entanglement plays a crucial role in quantum computing by allowing qubits to exist in multiple states. And quantum entanglement poses significant challenges to the traditional understanding of locality and causality as defined by Einstein's relativity. All right, guys, any answers to these questions? Let's understand. So the author has given this A as true, is given C as true, and he's also given D as true. B is the only one which says it is explained fully by classical physics is false, right? And therefore your correct answer will be B. Remember, the question is looking for the one that is false. The first, third, and fourth are all false. So your correct answer will be option number B or 2. Okay, which of the following can be most reasonably inferred from the passage? That what do you understand from this passage? What do you understand as a reader? The entanglement phenomena might suggest the existence of hidden variables that could lead to a more complete understanding of quantum mechanics. That's one. Quantum entanglement supports the view that particles can instantly affect each other, okay, influence each other despite their distances, which challenges the classical theory of relativity. John Bell's theorem disproves the validity of quantum mechanics and shows that entanglement is a flawed phenomenon. And quantum computing has no theoretical basis for development without the use of entangled particles. Now look at D, has no theoretical basis is an extreme option, and therefore I am eliminating this. John Bell's theorem disproves the validity is false. He has proved the validity, so therefore I am eliminating C also. Look at B. Quantum entanglement supports the view that particles can instantly influence each other despite their distance. They can't influence, they change, or they remain the state. You can read it. So therefore, B is also false. The only one that works is A. That's the only one that you can infer. Entanglement phenomena suggest the existence of hidden variables that could lead to a more complete understanding of the universe as well as of quantum mechanics, because quantum mechanics is a part of the universe, right? So A. Look at this question. Which of the following statements about quantum entanglement are true except? Again, we know true plus except is going to be false. So which of these answers is going to be false? That will be your answer. So let's find out. Quantum cryptography uses entanglement to create secure communication channels that cannot be eavesdropped upon. Okay, this was true, I think. Yeah. Let me write that. Phenomena of quantum entanglement can be explained purely by the laws of classical physics, leaving no room for debate in quantum mechanics. But I know they cannot be explained purely by the laws of classical physics. So this is false. Let me look at my third one. Quantum entanglement enables quantum teleportation, allowing for transfer in information over long distances, is true. Result of numerous experiments have proven that quantum entanglement contradicts classical mechanics and supports the quantum theory. This is also true. So therefore, A is true, cannot be my answer. C is true, cannot be my answer. D is true, cannot be my answer. My correct answer will be option number B. Okay. All right, let's look at the fourth question. Which of the following is logically inconsistent with the views expressed in the passage? That means it does not align? Okay, let's find out which one does not align with the views of the passage. The challenge to classical physics posed by quantum entanglement suggests that traditional concept of space-time need revision. Well, this is consistent because the author had said something like that, right? So then this cannot be my answer. The experimental demonstration of quantum entanglement, such as in quantum networks, confirms the validity of Einstein's theory of relativity. No, this is false. Does not align. There is a problem with Einstein's theory, because if you have space-time, then there's a problem. Despite the philosophical implications, entanglement remains central to advancements in quantum computing and cryptography. Is true, consistent with the passage. Right? So should not be my answer. Look at 4. The instant determination of one particle state upon measuring its entangled partner contradicts the classical understanding of information transfer. Is true and consistent with the passage. So cannot be my answer. So the only one that will be the correct answer will be option number B. Okay. All right, let's look at the next question. Question number 5. Which of the following is not a consequence or application of quantum entanglement mentioned in the passage? So if I were to eliminate all the consequences or applications, then whatever will remain will be my answer. Right? Take a look. I am going to read these options out. Of qubits for quantum computing that exist in multiple states simultaneously is a consequence. Yes, it is an application. It's true. The demonstration of quantum teleportation in experimental setups using entangled particles is true. Improvement of classical computers through the use of quantum entanglement is true. Ability to transfer information over long distances security using entangled quantum system. Okay. No, I think there is a problem here. Let's quickly go back and check all the options again. What is not a consequence or application of quantum entanglement? The creation of qubits for quantum computing that can exist in multiple states is something that is very true, right? So this is an application. So let me write this as an application. So I'll eliminate this. Demonstration of quantum I want to go back and check the passage if this was mentioned. That demonstration of classical of quantum teleportation in experimental setups. Let's take a look. So these are experiments that have happened. Quantum teleportation has also been demonstrated. Okay, double slit quantum teleportation and networks transfer information also. Okay, so this is mentioned, this is also mentioned, and this is also mentioned. So improvement of classical computers through the use of quantum entanglement would be the only one that is probably not mentioned and therefore should be your answer. Okay, so correct answer will be C and nothing else. Okay, all right. So that brings us to the end of today's set. No, it is not D, it is C. Okay. All right, guys, race to 99 percentile is about to happen. Now, what is race to 99 percentile? You have already attended part 1 of race to 99 percentile, part 1 or 2. This is a 2-day workshop with our CAT gurus happening on 2nd and 3rd of August. That's Saturday and Sunday. So, GP sir, Shivku sir, Jijo sir, Rahul Reddy sir, and GB. They will all be taking these sessions with you guys. The sessions are as follows. On 2nd August, smart test taking strategies from 10 to 1. Then Smart DILR Cracker on 2nd from 2 to 5. Smart Quant Cracker on 3rd August 10 to 1. Smart VRC Cracker on 3rd August from 2 to 5, and the way forward to CAT 2025 on 3rd August from 5 to 6. So these are going to be all the 5 sessions for RT99. Do make sure you're joining in. All the sessions are going to be very exciting and very, very lovely. All you need to do is scan this QR code and you're all set to go. Scan it, book your seat now, because there will be limitations on seats. Right, August of 2nd and 3rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. These are going to be 2 intensive days of preparation. Anyone who's writing CAT 25, you should be there. If you have friends and family who are planning to write CAT 26, they should also be there, because you are going to learn tremendously from these sessions. Okay, guys? So do make sure you're joining in. That's going to be absolutely a wonderful set, absolutely a wonderful session. Okay? That's something that I would suggest to all of you. Of course, you guys do what you want to, but make sure you're joining in, okay? So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much. Remember, 2nd and 3rd of August. August of 2nd and August of 3rd from 10 to 5 on 2nd and 10 to 6 on the 3rd of August. Okay, these are 2 days that you are going to be participating in all of these sessions. Our marquee faculty will be there to guide you. It's going to be wonderful. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Adios, mere amigos. Hit the like, share, subscribe, everything. And please come at 8:30 p.m. sharp. I start the session sharp at 8:30, and then I wait for you guys. Ki koi to aayega. Okay, so do make sure you're joining in. Remember, every Friday, 8:30 to 9, we are doing reading comprehension. That's going to be a lot of fun. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. Adios, mere amigos. Hasta la vista.